guys, Jamie here, Real Steel. Today's project, we are finally, after about a year or so, we are going to be back on the rusty little 318. Now, for all y'all that are new here, let me go ahead and throw some recap footage in here of why I call this a rusty 318, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go from here. So, let's get started. Don't want to beat on it hard, and don't beat on the gasket surface. All right, well, we got a double roller. Holy Toledo. Wow. That is some freaking carnage. Holy crapola. Was this thing in a flood? Wow. Wow, y'all. That is gnarly. I have never seen one rot like that. Wow. Wow. I'll bet you the thing seized up. I don't know. How the heck did... Wow. Wow. All right, y'all. Got the key on. We got spark. Got the distributor cap on. Got the coil wire on it. I even dumped a little gas in it. So let's see if she runs. Fire in the hole. Yes! We got a runner, y'all! All right, let's see what we got. Okay, here we go. She broke loose. Oof da May. Man, look at that rust. What the heck? I knew it was rusty, but I didn't think it was that bad. Wow. Yeah, we're going to have to definitely do some cleanup there. People were saying this might be a flood motor, but I don't know. There's no evidence of flood in the vehicle or around the vehicle. And I've been around flood vehicles. It's not a moldy smell at all. So, yeah, wow. Yeah, I wonder if we should use those valve covers and those rockers. Let me get y'all in here. Man, that rust is flaked up. I'm surprised this thing even ran. Oh, yeah. Look at that stuff. We're going to have to vacuum or something. Wow. Wow, look at that. But we're going to have to pull the heads here anyway. Yeah, take a look at these. Wow. That is some gnarly rust. We'll see if any are bent. As of right now, no. They're just rotten. Yeah, these are going to have to be replaced. No, none are bent. Visibly, anyway. No, they all appear to be straight. I say, the moisture is more prevalent toward the front of the motor, so I don't know. Yeah, none are bent. They're just very rusty. Like I say, this is front of the motor. We're going toward the back, so I don't know. Oh, man. We were starting to get oil through them, which is good, but yeah, take a look at this. Yeah, look at all this flaky rust and stuff. Holy Toledo. Yeah, interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, this side's the same exact way, y'all. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Wow. Holy cow. Maybe even worse. Let me get y'all over here. It's kind of a tight squeeze. Oh, yeah. Even worse. Wow. Wow. Holy Toledo. As you can see, the rockers started to oil, which is good. But had this motor ran, I'm kind of glad it had a leak. We wouldn't have ran very well for long. We'd have clogged something up. But, yeah. I'm glad we took it out. Glad I went with my gut and pulled it out. There's the valve cover. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to reuse these or not. Wow. Holy Toledo. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably rot under that baffle. Why is this motor still turning over? That's my question. But anyway, let's set this to the side here. All right, now, what you can see here, where we left it in long block state. And really, the bores and stuff look pretty good. Now, some of these lifters, let me get y'all in frame here, not great light, are completely stuck. But some of them seem okay. But I think, yeah, he's sticky. Oh, yeah. We got quite a few. On this side here, it's even worse. What we're going to do is we are going to replace these with these. Now, you may be yelling at me, say, Jamie, you can't do that. Well, yes, I can with used lifters because this is a roller lifter, y'all. This is a roller lifter, and they're in good shape. While y'all weren't looking, I went ahead and brake cleaned the dickens out of those and gave the push rods a little ride on the wire wheel. You know, shouldn't hurt them. Not for this build anyway. So yeah, but I think we're going to start with. We're going to start with the cam plate. We're going to start with the spider here. Get that out of here. Get the link bars out of there. And we'll get them lifters out of there, and we'll kind of get to see what the cam looks like. Now, if y'all remember, the original push rods were rusty, so luckily I had these. This stuff's all out of a running motor, so it should be fine. And I also found a cam plate as well, so yeah, we'll replace that. But anyway, let's get started and get that spider out of there, and we'll see what things look like. All right, let's get all in here. These are a 1/2 inch. Just 3 bolts hold the spider on. These don't really have to be torqued to the moon. Uh-oh, looks like our little friend the carpenter bee is going to join us. I gave him a brake clean bath earlier, but apparently it didn't faze him. As long as he leaves us alone, we'll be fine. But anyway. Alright. This is called a spider. Well, I guess it kind of looks like a spider. It holds the link bars in that retain the lifters. Now, if any of these link bars are bad, I also saved link bars out of a running motor. So, yeah. Alright, get him out of here. Alright. Put that over here. And we'll get these link bars off. Now, these go over the top of the lifter and kind of keep them from spinning. So, yeah. Important on a roller engine. But let's see. The cam don't look bad. Man, the cam don't look bad at all. But we'll see if we can get these lifters out of here. Like I say, some of them are okay, but I just don't want to take that chance. Go ahead and pop all these off real quick. That way we got them all off, you know. There we go. Get out of the way, wire. Alright. Now, we'll go ahead and... Yeah, these are sliding out. I mean, these aren't in terrible shape. The rollers seem like they work, but like I say, I just don't want to take a chance. I don't want to take a chance. Now, this one's a little sticky, but he might come out. In this case, I get a pair of pliers or something. Okay, let's try another one. There we go. Some of them may have a little bit of varnish on them. They'll come out, but they may be a little sticky. That one came out. But the old bump stick don't look bad. It's got no, it doesn't have any surface rust on it. I'm surprised. If it does, it's very minute. Come on, get out of there. Get out. Come on. Thank you. You ain't gonna live here anymore. There we go. Alright. And they're nice and oily too, which is a good sign. I think this motor was oiling when I briefly had it started, but it had a hole in the filter. There we go. Alright. Get out of there. There we go. Got 2 that are semi-stuck over here. Let's see here. Alright. See if these guys will play ball. Hopefully they will. Oh. Now, what's your problem? Get out. Dadgummit. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some pliers. Give me just 1 second here. Which pliers? Well, somehow my camera quit recording. I don't know what happened, but we got the lifters out. Some of them were a little bit of a fight. They had, you know, some carbon deposits and stuff, but the camshaft don't look bad, so yeah. But anyway, I'll probably save these lifters, you know. They aren't bad. Some of the rollers feel good. You could probably soak them up and they'd be fine, but yeah. We had to get the pliers out and twist some of them, and had to get angry with a couple of them, but yeah. Y'all didn't miss too much, I don't think. But anyway, I'm going to throw these guys in a bucket, and we'll get the new lifters in here, and we'll get them thrown in. Man, y'all, I'm having a lot of camera problems. I went ahead and got those in there. I don't know what's going on with this dadgum thing. It's a brand new phone. I'm pretty irritated. Let's see what this does. Set here for another 30 seconds and see what the heck it does. I turned the notifications off, and I don't know. I don't get why it's shutting off. You know, it shouldn't be. I'm frustrated as heck. I had a good video going too, but something's not right. Well, so far it's holding, but anyway, I don't know what the heck's going on. It's very frustrating, but I'll demonstrate this stuff here on this side. Hopefully I don't got to redo it. Hopefully the camera keeps going. Alright, so our link bars here. As I said on the other recording, I cleaned them off camera. So yeah, now these flats, they go horizontal, and that means the roller's in line with the cam. They can't, with these, you pretty much can't, you could put them in sideways, but you'd never get the link bar in. So yeah, there's you. Alright, there's a home for you, and there goes the wind blowing all my crap around. Not having a great day, y'all. I'll openly admit it. But I'm out here trying, so yeah. Alright. There we go. Couple more. There. There she is. Good deal. Now, link bars, when you put these in, these go, they have to be pretty much flush with the lifter bore. So if you can't get them flush with the lifter bore, you've got problems. You've probably got a lifter sideways or something. So, yeah. There we go. Yes. Alright. Now, where'd my other one go? Oh, there he is. Okay. He fell into the camshaft. Alright, twist you. Come here. There he is. There they are. We are good to go. And the recording worked somehow this time. Yay! Alright, y'all. I think next step, we're going to get the cam plate changed, and we're going to get the timing chain on. After I put the spider on, of course. So, yeah, hang on for that. Alright, let's get the spider plate on here. Good deal. Make sure that it's on top of the link bars. Don't put it underneath or you're going to have problems. Because the spider plate holds the link bars down. So there is a little bit of tension there. I mean, I think it's the same front to back, so it could be inverted, but, you know, flipped around, but, alright. Now, these bolts do not have to be torqued to the moon. They're only a 5/16, I believe. Well, get in there. Alright. Get in there. It's under a little tension too, so yeah. I'll look the torque spec up here in just a little bit. Maybe if I remember, I'll put it on the screen for you. All right. Whoops. Ratchet got switched to loosen somehow. All right. Snug them, and then I'll check the torque spec really quick. Then we'll move on to the timing chain. Alright, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this cam plate out of here and changed out. Couldn't find a torque spec on the spider bolts. I snugged them to 20. I mean, this thing here specs out to 17 and a half, and they're the same size bolts, so yeah, it'll be fine at 20. The only reason I'm really doing this is because this is a little rusty, and I have a clean one. Alright. And then while we're in here, we'll put the timing chain on. And then we'll move on. Oh, come on. There we go. A little snug there. Alright. Here we go. Oh yeah. Alright. Yep, she's rusty. On a related note, I think that's what happened to the Ram Charger motor from Jonathan's Ram Charger. These Welch plugs here were missing. So yeah, I don't know where they went, but they're galley plugs. And yeah, but you can see from the witness marks which way it goes. It's not overly hard. I did give it a ride with the wire wheel to clean the carbon off, so it's fine. Alright, now, you in there. Get in there. Well, what is your deal, dude? Dang. Alright, and this guy here, I think, is an oil slinger. He's in pretty good shape, so, nah. I'll just reuse it. I had the other one, but it looks like it made contact with the timing chain. So, yeah, that's not good. Alright. There we go. Make sure your tab locks into your little hole there. Otherwise, you might have issues. You might end up with a torn up oil slinger. That's not good for anybody. So, yeah. These are snug. Again, these are only 17.5 foot-pounds. They listed it at inch pounds, but I converted it to foot-pounds. Alright. Yes, I'm old school. I got a beam torque wrench. Get on there, you stupid socket. That's dumb. Alright. So, here we go. It may be slightly snugger, but it's fine. It's not like I'm torquing them to 100 foot-pounds. But you also don't want them loose either, so there is that. Alright. Slide the gear on here and see where everything's lined up. No, it's not top dead. Okay, where's the key? Oh, he's way over there. What's he doing way over there? I must have rotated this engine. Alright, so. Oh, give me just 1 second here. Yep, we're still recording. Alright, sorry about that. I had to hunt down my big mamma jamma. My 1 1/4. turning over. Alright, we're almost lined up. There we go. Okey dokey. Now, see where this guy lines up here. Sorry guys, didn't mean to bump you. Yeah, this has been turned a little bit too. Where's the mark on him? Gummit. Oh. Let me wipe this off here. I know there's a mark on him. Okay, where'd you go, little buddy? I know there's a mark on you somewhere. There he is. Right there. Yep, cam needs to be twisted a little bit too. That's a funny thing. I did not know of this about timing one of these. And when the dots are lined up, it's at top dead center, but it's on the exhaust stroke. So yeah, didn't know that. So now I'm lining these up. That's a slight bit over. Let me back him off. It's not bad. There we go. Yeah, I did not know that. It was when these two, see this line here, dot here and this? Yeah, you're top dead center, but you're on the exhaust stroke of number 1. So yeah, I didn't know that. But I know it now. Alright, whoops. It might help if you get it on the sprocket. Oh, yeah. Off just a tickle. Oh, yeah. Whoops, now we're way off. There we go. Alright, let me gently tap these home with a ratchet hammer. Don't hit the teeth of the gear. This one's just being a little stubborn. Gentle taps. Don't like go freaking crazy with it. There he goes. Maybe. There he goes. The reason I don't mind using this ratchet, this thing is totally junk. Like half the gears on the loosened side are trashed. So yeah, I need to replace it, but I just haven't yet. Again, I'm not hitting the teeth, I'm just hitting the front there. There we go. Now she's seated. Alright, light tap there. Good to go. Now, fun fact about these throttle body engines, some 88 motors actually came with the fuel pump eccentric. And the cam snout does extend on these throttle body engines. However, on a Magnum engine, it does not. So you'll need a cam extension if you want to run old school accessories on a Magnum. But throttle body engines, you put an eccentric on it and she's good to go. Alright. Yep, we're still recording. Good. Alright. Now this guy here, according to Summit, is 35 foot-pounds. Which makes sense. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. 35. We got 35. Good to go. Timing set's good on this. Next thing we're going to do, want to find the balancer for it, and we're going to get the front cover and stuff on here. The reason we're going to do this before we flip it is so we can center the balancer here in the seal, and so the oil pan surface is flat and we're not fighting that. So let me get that stuff hunted down and bring y'all right back. Progress. I like it. Alright, y'all. It's a few days later. Again, we had Mother Nature throw a wrench in the works, and I've had some other stuff to do. So, anyway, we are back on the little Rust Bucket 318. We're going to finish this up. So, let's see if I can knock everything off. So, to start with, what we're going to do
So I've got some shellac here. I like to use this stuff for these gaskets. It just works for me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our gasket here. I'm gonna spread this stuff on it. Yeah, I probably could do the timing cover just as easily, but anyway, I don't know how well y'all can see, but we'll brush this stuff on there. It does get a little messy, but I've had good luck with it, so yeah, we'll just run with it. Alright, yeah, it is messy. I'm sorry if y'all can't see 100% exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying. Okay, let's get this puppy shellacked here. And you don't got to put like 500 gallons on it. You know, it'll stick. This is mainly also to kind of keep it in position while I'm installing the timing cover. And this timing cover I did prep for another motor. I put a new seal in it, but that motor was junk, so we're using it on this one again. This is the original timing cover from this motor. So yeah. Alright, got that good. Make sure we get it around the water pump real good. And this can take a little bit to seal, so yeah, to kind of thicken up. Let's see here. Alright. Now, we got her. I think she's good enough. Good enough. Close enough for government work. Alright, now, this gasket is specific, and you want to make sure you put it on right, otherwise nothing will line up. So, yeah. Get you in position here. Let me get this in a better position so I can show y'all. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this is specific, and by my finger here that's moving the gasket, there is an extra hole. So, yeah. But if you flip it upside down, it ain't gonna line up. So, now we got this on here. Make sure it's good. And it is. Go ahead and, hey, stay put. Stay put. Go ahead and, come here. Now you can move. Okay, we'll go ahead and put a little bit more on the block side. And I've prepped and cleaned the block as well, so it's all good. Let's get this done. And get it back in line. You're doing fine, little buddy. Okay. Alright. I had another timing cover, but it turned out to not be so good. It was pitted up real bad. So I was just going to use the original. Alright. Plus I'm too lazy to change the seal. Alright. Now that this is on here, what we're going to do is we're going to stick... Now, where's that bolt at? There's this bolt here. I'm going to stick this bolt through here. Get it to catch the gasket. And then on the other side, I've got a bracket and 2 bolts. We'll stick them in there if they'll go in there. Come on. Get in there. You know you want to get in there. Dadgummit. There it went. Okay. One of them might be a little corroded, but anyway. Hey, did I tell you you could fall out? No, I did not. Little jerk. Get off there, dirt. This ain't going so well. Oh well. Such is life. What we'll do here is we'll get this puppy lined up and get these started. Get in there. Where are you at? There's the hole. I think. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Come on. Get in there. Alright. Now, let's see if we can get these started. Alright. Got those started. Now, we're not going to tighten these up right now because I want to put my damper on here. Now that this is in position, what I want to do next is I want to dry fit the water pump to make sure these bolts are also going to line up. Now I'm going to take this back off and put the gasket on it, but I just want to make sure that these holes are going to line up. I have to take it off anyway to snug them other ones down. So the main reason for this is just to kind of hold it in position here, make sure all these are going to line up. Yeah, he's going in there. So, but you don't want to tighten these. Basically, y'all don't want to tighten these guys down until you know all your water pump bolts are going to start. Because you will not be having a good day if that's the case. All right. Now, before I do anything else, where'd that bolt? Oh, that bolt goes down there. Duh. Okay. Now, before I tighten this up, this is important. You need to make sure the seal is centered, because if not, that thing's going to leak. So, put our damper on here in just a second. Now, don't beat on the outer ring of the damper. You'll screw it up. But give it a light tap where it starts on the crank, just around the center, just enough to where you can get your bolt started. Now, people say you need an installer for these. Look at the size of this bolt here. That's a big mama. She ain't gonna break. Now, you may need an installer on like a Ford or a Chevy where it has a smaller crank bolt. But these are some beefy bolts. So, we'll go ahead, get him started. There he goes. And we'll start working it down. Let me get my ratchet and socket here. There we go. Alright. And our oil rail seal mating surface looks good as well. Yeah, I may need to lock this motor down. There it goes. Should have brought my big impact out, my new impact. I said RIP to the other one the other day. But old Armstrong it. Hey, maybe. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to that. I know it's in there enough to center that seal. So, we can go commence to... Where'd my socket go? There it is. We can commence to tightening some of these up. Check my rails. Look good. And now I can take my water pump back off. And the reason I got to take my water pump back off is there's a hidden bolt. Alright. Yep, they're lined up. He's a little tight. Okay, he's good. Alright. Now that I know we're in position here, let's get the water pump up. Now, I'm not going to seal these bolts when I put this water pump on, but this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, this bolt, and these two bolts here for the water pump requires sealant. These lower two go into the timing cover area. These four right here go into the water jacket. But until I know what accessories I'm going to put on, I'm not going to seal them. I will put the pump on and tighten it, but I won't seal them until I know which one is which. Well, hang on. Get my thread sealing out. And also this bolt here that comes over here and this bolt right here, they need to be sealed. They go into coolant as well. So there's quite a few of them. You dadgum son of a gun. There you are. So we're going to put some thread sealant on there and send them home. Alright. Let's see how this is going to work here. Well, maybe. Huh, might have to cut the tip off of it. Stand by. Alright, y'all, I forgot I left my knife in the truck. So, gotta cut the end of this off. Alright, there we go. Good deal. Alright, so... Oh crap, I almost lost y'all. I am sorry. Woo! Near disaster. Almost sent y'all flying on your head. We don't want that. Alright, so... We'll go ahead and... Come on out of there. I don't know. Whoa! Yeah, that's pretty liquidy. It's working though. I don't guess we need a ton. Just enough. Okay. Maybe I needed to... I don't know. Never used that type of thread sealant before. I normally would just put silicone on there. Alright. Let's go ahead now. Would you get out of there? Well, help me understand. I didn't tighten that one up that tight. Alright. Come here. Alright, now, let me... I don't know if it needs to be kneaded up or what, but it's kind of liquidy. There we go. That's a little bit better. Said I've never used this before, so... But... I figure it's worth a shot. If it leaks, it leaks. What do? I redo it. No big deal. Alright. Get the bracket here. There we go. Alright. Now, let me snug these. Send them home. Alright, get him started here. There we go. Okay, you're being a jerk. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Oh, come here. Look, everything falling on the floor. Typical. Alright, these have got to be 35. Almost. And we're there. Boom! We're there. Let's redo it. Boom! 35. There he goes. Boom! 35. Bob's your uncle. Alright. Double check this. So I'm almost 100% sure we ain't going to have no issues. Yep, we're good. We're good, y'all. We are good to go. Alright. That'll work. Alright. I'm going to wrestle with getting the damper on here. And then we'll work with the water pump. We'll get it on there. And we'll flip this puppy over. So, hang on. Alright, y'all. Unfortunately, due to YouTube not liking my whole video, I'm going to have to end this one here. See if it might upload a little better with my donkey-powered internet and all that stuff going on. But look for part 2 here shortly. Anyway, this is Jamie from Real Steel Auto Works, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. See ya!